Let's talk about how you came across to make this project come together.
Well, I was thinking of doing a project solely within Guernsey, and I wanted to do something different, which is traditionally done. So I came up with the idea of the hidden world of people in Guernsey who like to dress up to escape their surroundings.
I like the variety of people that you have captured. You've got the young people here, you've got the traditional and the kind of cosplay. Which one's your favorite?
Well, I think my favourite, well, it started off historically with the Guernsey dancers and their traditional Victorian costumes, and then it progressed into LARP and cosplay plus everything in between. And it's quite hard to pick one favourite one, I think, but I quite like Jason sitting and chilling out next to his knitting, and I like the little Russian guy, he looks very proud. But ultimately, it's very hard to choose one favourite one out of 85 or 86 photographs. So I feel each one has something to say, something special about that particular person and their costume.
So you mentioned Jason and his knitting. So there's a juxtaposition of the background towards the character. So talk about how you chose to use their personal background.
So with this project, I felt it was very important to photograph them in their home and private spaces rather than in a generic studio. And as you can see throughout all of these photographs, there's little essences of their home life, or photographs of their family, or just their everyday objects, such as the knitting. And I felt it was a lot more important personally for them to be photographed within their space rather than a studio. And it makes it a lot more interesting, and the juxtaposition of their home space with the oddities, with their odd costumes, I feel really brings it together.
So let's talk about the fact that when people are not in costume, what is their character like? How can you see it shifting when you were working with these people?
Well, with quite a few of these people, when I first came to meet them, they were very different, very subdued in a way, quite shy. And as soon as they changed them into their costume, they actually became their character and became a totally different person to only 5 minutes before. And I found this very interesting, how a costume like this can totally transform your mind and your body physically. And this is part of what I really enjoyed of this project. And it was this other project I didn't really think about until I started it, and how it totally transforms your outer being within this costume. It's a real escapism from your everyday life, or from who you are with your shyness perhaps. Then to be a different character, it was quite powerful in a way to see the transformation.
That's really interesting, isn't it? So what's your biggest kind of takeaway from making this project? How would you develop this project? How would you take it forward?
Well, I really enjoyed photographing them in their home spaces, and I went to so many different houses and so many different flats, and it was a real eye-opening experience of how actually people in Guernsey live, from the most tiniest little flats to very big houses. And I found this very interesting about this community of Guernsey, how varied it is. And I suppose taking it on next is with the Last Speakers project, which is all photographed in their home spaces. And from this I've also got side projects where they allow me to come back and photograph their premises, their house, their personal objects and their personal space. So this is something I really enjoy about being a photographer, is the fact it allows you to go into these environments as a non-photographer you would never be invited to or would allow to go to.
Right, I think this work is amazing. Did you have any comments from the people that visited the space?
I think ultimately all the comments were extremely positive. The opening night, about 100 people came. A lot of people came dressed up. It was a real nice, fun buzz. I think everybody was excited to see the finished work, who took part. And ultimately, I feel it was a great success for myself and for the community of Guernsey.
And it's really nice that it's part of the Heritage Festival as well, so you can kind of see the history and the building up of history as well of the Guernsey people. So well done, very
Thank you
good
very
work.
much.
Yeah.